Liverpool receive Romeo Lavia transfer boost as the new deadline becomes clear. Liverpool face a race against the clock to secure the signing of Romeo Lavia, having allowed negotiations to prolong, though have been handed a boost as the midfielder will not be involved in a Carabao Cup action with Southampton tonight. Monday afternoon saw a third bid, the amount being £46 million. The relegated side have been adamant about the £50 million asking price for the prized asset, safe in the knowledge of his potential and also the Reds' desperate need for a defensive midfielder. Anfield Chiefs have so far failed to meet this requirement, and with only 5 days between now and the Premier League encounter with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, have put Jurgen Klopp in an incredibly difficult position to field a balanced squad on opening day. By taking discussions into the week building up to the new season, Liverpool were taking a major risk. There was the possibility of Lavia becoming uptight for the 2023-2024 Carabao Cup should he feature for the Saints tonight and make the switch to Merseyside at a late date, although this appears no longer to be a worry. This is because BBC Sport confirmed on Tuesday morning that Klopp's prime target will not be included in manager Rochelle Martinez's plans for the tie away at Gillingham this evening. The Reds are set to enter the competition in the third round due to their participation in the Europa League this upcoming season. Therefore, should the Belgium have played tonight, he would not have been in contention to feature for another side in the same tournament this year. Allowing such a scenario to even cross anyone's mind, let alone seeing it come to fruition, is unlike the Liverpool of years gone by, and is key indicator that 2023's midfield rebuild has not gone exactly to plan. Even with his hand crossed, those on Merseyside must still be aware of Premier League rules, with the time to complete a transfer ahead of the opening fixture this Sunday drastically cut short. Section U23 of the Premier League rulebook reads, subject to the provisions of Rule 5.1, the deadline for receipt by the board of all duly completed documents required by those rules to affect the registration of a player the registration of a player shall be 12 noon on the last working day before the date of the first league match in which the club making the application intends him to play, save that the international transfer certificate and the evidence of eligibility to take up employment in the United Kingdom, in both cases, if applicable, may be provided thereafter, but must be provided before the player is eligible to play for a club in a league match. In short, if Lavia is not a Liverpool player by lunchtime on Friday, he will be out of contention for Sunday's visit to the capital. Again, allowing this to be case could only be classed as a failure to take the initiative in the transfer market, despite the problems of midfield coming too late 12 months ago at the start of the previous campaign. Romeo Lavia has taken to Twitter to seemingly confirm he was in training today amid reports that the Southampton midfielder was missing to push a move to Liverpool. The Belgian international to post a 4-word message after reports today emerged that Lavia had skipped training to accelerate a move to Liverpool, who have now had 3 bids rejected by the Saints. Earlier today, that Lavia was not in Southampton training, with the midfielder also expected to miss the Championship side League Cup game against Gillingham. However, Lavia himself might have just added another twist to the tale with today's Twitter post, which seems to confirm that the midfielder was at Southampton's training complex today. Indeed, Liverpool have struggled for some weeks to sign Lavia, and this update could indicate that the Reds still have a lot of work to do if they are to secure the midfielder's signature in the coming days. Liverpool fans have been abuzz with Lavia this morning after rumors emerged that the midfielder was absent from training. However, the Southampton star has now seemingly handed them all a firm slap in the face. The 19-year-old might well not feature tonight in the League Cup, but this post from Lavia could make Liverpool fans worried that a deal is now nowhere near close enough to being done. After all, Lavia has been chased by Liverpool for some weeks now, and with the deal not yet secured, there could be a chance that a transfer might now collapse. Liverpool are locked in ongoing discussions with Southampton, and there is optimism that Anfield deal will eventually be struck over Romeo Lavia due to a key development. Sky Sports reporter Damash Sears has told Give Me Sport. According to Sky Sports, Liverpool will have to meet Southampton's £50 million demand if they want to get a deal for Lavia over the lines, as the Championship side are standing firm. The report suggests the Merseyside Giants lodged a third bid worth £45 million earlier this week, but the Saints snubbed the proposal for the defensive midfielder after he made 34 appearances last season. Liverpool are refusing to give up in their pursuit of Lavia, and it is understood that an improved offer was lodged a matter of hours after their last setback. Respected journalist Ben Jacobs recently told Give Me Sport that the Reds are increasingly optimistic of winning the race for the Belgium international, as his preference is to head to Anfield. That is despite Manchester United also considering a move for Lavia, while Chelsea are additional shooters looking to profit from Southampton's relegation to the Championship. Uncertainty over the 19-year-old's future led to him only being an unused substitute for Southampton's opening day win over Sheffield Wednesday. Chess believes that Liverpool remaining in talks with Southampton despite failing with several bids shows there is a deal to be done for Lavia. The Sky Sports reporter feels Saints are refusing to lower their valuation of the former Manchester City man because they are eager for the majority of the fees to be paid up front instead of installments or potential add-ons. Speaking to Give Me Sport on Tuesday, she said talks are ongoing, so I think there is a deal to be done there. The fact that Liverpool have made 3 bids would suggest that they desperately want to bring in the player. The latest bid was around £45 million all in, including add-ons, even though that is only £5 million short of what Southampton are standing firm on. We haven't really got all the information on how that deal would have been structured. If Southampton are standing firm on £50 million, they might actually have another caveat to say they want the majority of that £50 million paid up front, followed by the performance-related add-ons. They would also want those performance-related add-ons to be achievable, but the fact that they are still talking would imply that the deal is there to be done.